Hello and welcome to an overview of Markham Central, a marketing asset management platform. Today we'll be walking through a few slides to provide an overview of the platform, including some sample portal previews of customers using the platform today. We'll follow that up with a live demonstration and a walkthrough of a CRM integration. Markham Central is a web-based software as a service platform used by companies both large and small to deploy a self-service marketing portal. Sales users and other employees can easily search, find, and distribute marketing content and assets. Templating tools can also be put into place to allow those users to customize messaging to a local market or directly to a prospect. Used by several companies across several different vertical markets, each company has a similar set group of challenges, but each implementation can be quite unique. Our experienced deployment team can work with your group to create a customized, branded portal and unique site structure and search navigation so the user can be directed to the appropriate asset or piece of content depending on their use case. You can see as I scroll through these sample portals, each portal looks different and has been customized to the organization. The HTML, branding, and imagery is where Markham Central can greatly differ from traditional file storage methods such as file network drives or SharePoint. The goal of Markham Central is to consolidate assets which may be spread out over multiple platforms into one easy-to-use location, and then automate multiple distribution options, including sending assets through a vendor network on the back end and electronic and digital delivery of PDF files and HTML and email templates. To illustrate how Markham Central works, I'll be walking through a live demonstration. Being web-based, Markham Central can be accessed from any web browser. Users can enter a customized URL and be brought to a login page. This process can also be automated through our single sign-on web service, in which if users go to an intranet or another application on a daily basis, we can automatically pass through their user ID and password, as well as profile information tied to permissions as to what content they can access upon logging in. For companies that need additional security in the single sign-on process, SAML single sign-on is also supported. Upon logging in, a user will be brought to a home page. Our deployment team can customize this home page, and the goal is to create an easy search process for the user. This particular portal has some best practices built in the fact that it has a rotating banner that is used to highlight upcoming or new marketing campaign material, and also offer some quick links into training or guidance into how to use the portal. On the home page, we've also structured a few different product searches or asset searches, one being by asset type, for example, brochures, or if I'm looking for a video or a logo or imagery or a PowerPoint presentation, being able to click into that product category and quickly find the asset that I need. Companies are also organizing content by vertical or service. Being a financial example, this portal has some structure over what service I'm marketing. If I'm talking to a client about a loan, for example, I can click into my loan category and see all the assets or content that have been created for that particular use case. By clicking on my Marketing Assets tab here, I'm brought to a high-level overview of all the categories or groupings of content in my portal. Thumbnail previews and imagery can be used to provide guidance as to what assets live within each category. When drilling down into a folder structure, I'm brought to each individual asset, and I'm able to distribute that piece of content or asset in the fact that I can download or email it. Here you see a group of logos. Each one has a thumbnail preview, so the user knows exactly what they're accessing. In addition to a category search, there's also a complex search that can be set up using keywords. You can see if I'm looking for a video, I can type in the word video, and we do have a quick search that brings up thumbnail previews as we type in the word that we're looking for. That search will bring up any asset that has that keyword in the name, description, or apply to it as a hidden metadata tag. Assets within Markham Central can range from on-demand or static content that's available for download or email, like what we saw with the logo, video, PowerPoint presentations, as well as straight content in the example of social media. Using Markham Central as the full resource or marketing intranet, the goal would be to put any sort of content a sales user or employee needs when trying to sell a product. With this use case for Jensen Financial, all the approved social media content has been posted here for use by my sales team. For example, if I were looking for an approved post for LinkedIn, I can go to my Marketing Resource Center, find the approved post from corporate marketing, and be able to post that in my social media channel. In addition to static content and assets, Markham Central has the additional flexibility of customization. This is done through templating tools that plug into common design applications like Cork, InDesign, PDF, PowerPoint, and allow business rules to be set up for controlled customization by the sales channel. This is automating creative requests coming from the sales team for tweaks or personalizing marketing material to their client. With Markham Central, a template can be set up to enable the sales team to do these changes themselves, but within approved areas of editing. To show an example, I've gotten a brochure here. This particular brochure has been set up with a vertical market approach. If I were an employee of Jensen Financial, my first selection would be to choose the service group that I discuss with my client. If I talk to a client about a car loan, which falls under my loan services, by making the selection of loans, business rules are filtering out, in this case, approved imagery in an image library that marketing's given me to use with my for my loan brochure. Let's use the scenario where I were talking to a client about an auto loan. I can select a picture of a car in that case to put on my brochure. And for my next selection would be the headline. The headline has a pull-down menu with pre-approved and uneditable text options. Using my car loan scenario, I can choose the auto financing option, followed up by some areas of customization that marketing's opened up for me to customize to my client. This can be done on a line-by-line basis, or Markham Central has the flexibility to allow for rich text editing, which is similar to Word type of editing, with a spell check, bolding, underlining, copying and paste from Word, and the formatting in the document would apply within the template. Character limits can be set in and copy fitting rules to ensure a quality output. Rules can also be set to read from a user's profile. You'll notice here my branch information is default based on my login. Profile information can include name, contact, address info, as well as imagery in the case of co-branding or logos or headshots. After entering the information into my form, the user can preview their final output. Here you can see the headline I selected with the image I selected, the loan that's focused on my loan services, and my contact information. The user can expand this preview to see it in greater detail. and then be brought to the distribution options. With MarcomCentral, we automate multiple distribution options. This particular brochure has been set up with our digital delivery. The user can customize the brochure and then download it in a certain file type. For example, if I wanted to email my client a low-res PDF based on what we just discussed, I can generate that low-res PDF file and email it directly to my prospect. Another scenario may be to download a high-res PDF file to bring to my local printer. I can select that option, download it, and bring it to my local printer. Customized web banners can also be accomplished in the platform, and a JPEG output may be needed for that particular workflow. That can also be generated as well. So we've got the distribution options of being able to download in a certain file type as well as email the asset out directly from the platform. In addition to our digital or on-demand delivery options, MarcomCentral can also be set up to deliver assets to a vendor network. This workflow can be accomplished for different assets like printed products or promotional goods that may be routed to a promotional good provider. MarcomCentral supports a web-based shopping cart with purchase options of credit card purchasing, as well as a PO, standard PO process, and the ability to set up a user budget to allocate funds for the user to use for marketing tools. This particular shopping cart has a mix of products and printed products with a postcard and brochure, as well as some promotional goods. MarcomCentral will route the order for the appropriate vendor based on the asset type or other business rules. Customization can also apply to other marketing assets, including PowerPoint presentations. Templates can be set up similar to the brochure, in which business rules allow the user to customize messaging for a particular service or specifically to their prospect. With this use case, I'm able to customize my PowerPoint presentation directly to my prospect. As an example, if I were talking to a client about home loans, let's say we were talking to KB Homes about home loans we can offer with their newly developed homes and mortgage plans, I select loans, which filters out my mortgage campaign offering. I can personalize the PowerPoint, and you can see how this is going to update to my client as I enter their information, including being able to upload imagery, in this case a logo, so I have a branded PowerPoint to my prospect. Business rules can be set in to have a minimum size or resolution for the image that's uploaded to ensure a quality upload. A preview is available to the user. I'm also going to upload a headshot in a similar fashion. And now I've got a customized PowerPoint presentation to my client, KB Homes, which is going to discuss my mortgage line, product line. By selecting the mortgage campaign, business rules have filtered out pre-approved feature statements that I can put in, or benefit statements. This is illustrating the text library tied to this PowerPoint presentation. There are also rules to ensure if I select a certain benefit, it takes it out of my pull-down options for my next benefit offering, so I don't duplicate statements within the PowerPoint slide. Text and imagery can also be set to default as an option based on what I'm marketing. Here I've selected certain benefits, followed up by the requirements to submit for my mortgage plans, customizing my presentation specifically to my client. The customization does not have to be as granular as individual statement points. It could also be full slide libraries. Here I have a library that has some alternate slides I can select that will be entered into my final PowerPoint presentation. For those of you that have a master slide library, those slide libraries could be uploaded into the gallery so users can pick and choose the slides they want for their final presentation. After customizing the PowerPoint presentation, a user can scroll through each slide to make sure they've got this complete. And then upon delivery, Markham Central will automate the distribution, allowing for multiple file outputs. In the case of PowerPoint, that includes a PowerPoint presentation download, PowerPoint Show, which has protection and locks the PowerPoint from editing, or a PDF file as well. And again, I could download this for use with my client or email it to my client for the presentation I've got coming up the next day, as an example. Clicking back into my marketing assets, I'm going to scroll through to show some commonly posted assets that we built into this demonstration site. You're not limited to the assets that you see here, but if you are interested in anything and would like to go into more detail, please do reach out to us. We can go through a more detailed demonstration with you. We'll post the assets, make them easily accessible, and once assets are organized and consolidated on this platform, reporting can be available to the marketing department. Reporting over all marketing material and content. This reporting could be offered in different ways with our static reports that go over usage, but we also have interactive analytics that can be applied. These analytics allow marketing departments to dive deep into usage patterns across our sales channels or users. With this particular setup, you can see how I've got the ability to report over my different sales groups, diving into the usage of the assets, where they customize, non-customized, PowerPoint or email. How were they delivered? Were they downloaded, sent to a service provider? Interactive reports allow me to click in and see the actual assets that break up that report. Like in this case, within my assets here, the top 10 assets use my brochure, my ads with resizing, poster, etc. In addition, with the analytics in place, marketing departments can compare assets to see which are more popular or used by the sales team. An example here, if I have a standard brochure but I just released a co-branded option of that same brochure, if I wanted to see how successful the co-branded option was, I can run a report. You can see here in this example, the co-branded, once I released my co-branded brochure, it spiked in usage over my standard brochure. This allows me to help plan marketing plan my future marketing over the usage and adoption by my sales team. Reports can be customized to provide you the details that you need and want to see over the usage and user adoption of your portal. Clicking back into Markham Central, there are two areas of templates and customization that we have not covered. We covered customizing assets, downloading static assets, but there's also campaign material, which gets into direct mail and email. I'm going to show these scenarios through the Salesforce integration and show you how CRM data can be used to trigger direct mail and email campaigns. But in addition, Markham Central has another file output, and that is HTML. HTML templates can be set up just as we saw the brochure templates, with the output being an HTML layout. This can be used for companies that have channel partners needing customized landing pages or wanting to customize email design to run in their own email programs like Constant Contact or Exact Target. Layouts can be set up and forms can be provided to the users to customize. That also includes some additional technology that we offer. This one highlights our Fusion Pro expression capability. You can see here, if I type in a company name, that text is going into what we call an image font. It's the ability to design HTML as well as print output to have personalization go into an image font. This one happens to look as if the personalized company information was written with a Sharpie on a whiteboard. You can see here that same text can be applied to multiple image fonts that I've got set up as a selection by my user. Here's that same name. It looks as if the name or personalization was done with the lighting of the windows within a building, written on a cassette tape, or on the whiteboard in a conference room. So image font capability, we can help design these images for you and apply those to your email or print campaigns, but they can be set up for personalization. Within my HTML, I have other areas, like in this case, the headline on my email for my channel partners or my sales team to choose, including the paragraph they want to put in their email, design elements like the accent color of my toolbar, including the highlights that I want to focus on. This is illustrating an image library, allowing the user to choose images to put onto my email campaign. After customizing my email, the final output again will be HTML, and the user can take the HTML to apply to a custom landing page or an email program, their own email program, such as Constant Contact, or even within their own Outlook. Another major benefit to MarcomCentral is its open architecture and the ability to integrate into enterprise applications such as CRM, ERP, and marketing automation tools like Marketo. One of the most valuable integrations can be a CRM integration. MarcomCentral is currently integrated with Salesforce.com and can be accessed through their App Exchange program. This allows companies to very easily configure MarcomCentral and make it available to sales users as a tab on the Salesforce.com toolbar. Within Salesforce, users can search, find marketing content and assets to be used through various stages of the sales cycle, and also be able to incorporate lead, account, and contact data into templates configured on MarcomCentral. CRM data such as name and address information, as well as other fields of data like product interests, can be tied to business rules within the template to personalize the outbound messaging and allow campaign management through the medias of direct mail and email, allowing MarcomCentral to distribute the marketing content and through the two-way integration, send an activity report back into each record that's received that piece of material with a date and timestamp and a link to be able to preview the exact piece of content delivered. This has been a presentation of MarcomCentral. I'd like to thank everybody for viewing the overview. If you are interested in learning more or seeing a customized demo to your organization, please reach out to us at 858-847-6600 or email us at inquiries@pti.com.